What is up, guys? Liam here, and welcome back to another video. Now, it certainly has been a while. Basically, to sum up why I haven't been uploading, there's kind of like 3 reasons. 1, school. 2, I don't have motivation. And 3, mental health. Those are the reasons I have not been uploading. But I'm going to try to do a bit more uploading. I have some build-a-ship videos I want to make, and, of course, I want to show you guys this gun I've built here. Now, this is my favorite gun of all time. This is the SPAS-12. It is a dual-action shotgun chambered in 12 gauge. And here's my recreation of it out of Lego. So here, I'll show you guys that. Here we have the rear of the gun with a almost pistol-style grip here. And there's the trigger guard. Here we have the slide. You can actually see the thing that you have to grab to rack the slide. Here's the back iron sights. Now, I had to rebuild these. I think I originally had it up here, but I changed it here. This is now just based off the Half-Life 2 model. You can also see the heat shield, which was the first part of the gun I actually constructed. Interestingly enough, I was going to make this as a 3-stud base down here and have this be 5 studs. Instead, I made this 4 studs and this 5 studs, which is a bit janky, but it works. Here you can also see the pump handle here, and also the stand that I built, which is actually not for my SPAS-12. It's for a different gun that I want to make, which you guys might see, might not, but it does work. It is a intended to work as a bipod or a tripod or whatever. Right now it's not mounted on anything though, just the floor, but it does angle up and down and side to side and whatnot. Anyways, moving up here, you have the front of the handle here. That's actually got some grooves there. I think it looks good. It's got angling. Here we have the barrel and mag tube. Now you may notice that there is like a little thing here for support. That's not prevalent on the real gun. That's just because mine is weak, and also because the magazine tube itself is removable. For a specific reason I will show later. It's actually the unloading process. And here's the forward piece for the iron sight. You can also show that spinning this around here, kind of hard to get past my wall, but spinning it around here, you can also see my shelves over there. You can see the other side, which is basically identical, but you can see the charging handle here. That's what it's called. And you can also see that I have a fire selector. So right now I have it in safety. I believe this is pump action, and then this is semi-auto. But, you know, it doesn't actually affect anything because I don't even have a trigger on here. I can also take the take this onto its side here, so that way I can actually remove the this thing here, the mount, whatever it's called. And now I will put this on my stand here, and I can show you guys that the slide actually does go back and forth, so we can actually, you know, shoot the gun in pump action configuration or put it into semi-auto and, you know, fire several shots. But would it really be a SPAS-12 if we didn't have any, you know, cool attachments or anything for it? I'll show you guys what attachments I have made for this thing. So I've made a solid stock. I would show it, but it's a pain to put on, and it usually ends up messing up the gun. But it's decently comfortable to hold. I have made, of course, a foldable stock, which I will put on in a moment. I've made this here, which I will show you what it is later. It is an underbarrel extra shotgun for a dual blast, similar to the Half-Life games, which is one of the games I really love. And I really love the SPAS-12 in those games, because it's very overpowered. But yeah, those are the attachments I've made. I do want to show another thing about this, is that if we flip this upside down, you'll notice a hole in the bottom. That is for loading shells. Now, for shells, I have 3 of these, which are slugs, and 6 buckshot, so it can hold up to 6 rounds, even though some of the real versions I think can hold up to maybe 8 or 10. This is just because of how mine is built. But it actually does load. This is one of my first shotguns that actually loads, other than my Ithaca 37, which could load, I believe, 1 round, and that was it? But that's just because I made the shells awkward size. Now, it does end up getting jammed sometimes, for whatever reason. I think it's just because some of the pieces inside get stuck. But I will show you, it does not chamber rounds. As you can see, if I pull the pump back, it doesn't do anything. But we do have to pull the pump back to unload it. So the unloading process is kind of complex. We have to go to the front here, take off this piece, then we proceed to disengage the magazine tube, which doesn't actually go all the way through the gun, more like the magazine goes all the way through the gun. Then we have this rod here, which is similar to what they use to load cannons, that we just put into the end here, and it allows us to it pushes the shells back out, and I can just take them out with my hands. Which is what I'm doing now. That way we will have an unloaded shotgun, because you don't want to keep your gun loaded when you're not going to fire it. Then we can easily just reassemble it by popping the magazine tube back into place, placing this little tab right here, pushing the slide back forward, and it's back together again. Now I will actually go ahead and put on the folding stock for you guys, because that is, you know, one of the most well-known things of the SPAS-12 is its amazing folding stock, which are seen on other guns, but I really love the SPAS-12 just due to its unique angle. Now, I couldn't replicate the sort of angle it has. However, what I could replicate was the fact that it does actually fold, which was insanely difficult to get. You would be surprised. So it works on a pin system. That's one thing I should note. And I will show you guys how it locks into place. So, looking at the top here, we have the 2 pins here. This pin is actually doing nothing, but it is used for locking it into place when it's unfolded. The other pin holds it down using the sight here as an anchor. And so it holds it to the gun, so that way it doesn't, you know, fly around. However, if we are to, per se, take those out, we have to take both pins out by taking off this little piece from the gray pin, and then just taking out the black pin. It completely unfolds itself. So as you can see here, it gets a little stuck on the iron sights. But it doesn't fold entirely naturally. Let me use the stand I have here again. A little bit of a pain to connect, but just want to make sure this doesn't break. Yeah, that's not going to want to connect. Well, you can see here that there's a bunch of holes here, and there's a good reason for that. I believe it's this one that goes in here, and it locks the stock into place, so that way it doesn't move. You can see I'm trying to move it here. And then at the back here, we use the tiny little pin, or we use the black pin and the tiny piece here to actually lock the butt plate into piece. Because we just slide that in, and then use this tiny little gray piece here on the other side. And there we go, we got a stock folded out. So it's not exactly easy like the real stock where you just pull it out, but I still wanted to be able to get a folding stock onto this. And you also have to use this, the black pin over here, because you can't get that out, so you have to manually use it to push it out, kind of like a musket system. I've considered making a musket, but I have not, for the simple fact that that would be way too difficult. As you can see, it just comes right out, and then it folds right back over. I was going to get a ring for this, but I did not put the ring on it. That's seen in many games. One of my favorite games that uses the SPAS-12, other than the Half-Life games, has got to be the Left 4 Dead games, and that has the ring on it. But I unfortunately couldn't include it because it just did not want to work every time I tried to build it, not to mention I didn't really have the pieces for it. But yeah, that's my SPAS-12. I will do another round of shooting it. Oh wait, hold on, almost forgot to show you guys this thing. This is an extra underbarrel shotgun. It attaches to the magazine tube, like such, and is meant to be an electronic replacement, or not replacement, but electronic piece that allows you to fire 2 shots at once. Works on a break action system, and would allow you to load 1 shell in. You can see it's the same length, but unfortunately in LEGO I can't really represent that. This was basically designed by me, but is a very redneck design, as I like to say, based on putting a flare pistol here, duct taping a flare pistol and using it as an extra shotgun, which is technically something you can do, but I advise not doing that because I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So don't do that. Don't do anything illegal with your firearms if you own any. But yep, here we go. We'll do one last round of shooting and pump action. And then switch to semi-auto, where we can fire as fast as our hands can pull the trigger. But yeah, that is my SPAS-12. Took a while to make. I'm pretty proud of it. Hope you guys are a fan of this as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for not uploading. I'll try to get some more videos out. Really thankful for all the support I get. I've seen so many people saying how much they love my content, and that means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.